I can't wait to go out to my dear friend, Captain Daniel Hadawi, on board the Island Spirit, because Daniel, I see you got a white sea bass, you got some barracuda, you got some calico bass. It looks like summertime fishing to me. How are you, my friend? Uh-oh, what happened? We lost Daniel. He will re-add here in a second. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Daniel is probably rebooting and getting ready to re-add here. We'll have him here in one more moment. So, as I said, don't go anywhere. Hey, do me a favor. Hit that like button while you're here with us. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Don't forget, we will have the morning briefing for you tomorrow morning, bright and early. I'll be going over some developments down below San Diego. That's looking very, very interesting right now. There's all kinds of activity. There's been some yellowfin tuna seen. There's been more Dorado taken today. KJ from Mag 12 Swim Baits, he is out on board the T-Bird, and they wandered down a little bit further, and he said they had like about 7 or so on the Dorado down below. I think Daniel's back with us. Daniel, you there? Hey, Daniel. Yeah, no problem. You're still your face is frozen, but I can hear you. You read me? All right, we are having some technical difficulty, folks, but don't go anywhere. Daniel, you can break in at any time if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. All right, Daniel's just going to take a little powder again. So I was telling you that there was some kelp patty dorado today. We'll be covering that. Of course, the nighttime bluefin tuna bite for LA Orange County base boats, for San Diego base boats. The guys that have enough time from San Diego to get up here, because really this fish is out near Nicholas and San Clemente and areas like that. It's been absolutely incredible fishing. Incredible. The Pegasus with my friend Sean Hardigan, he had 50 fish in the 100 to 150 pound class, and he also had one that went 200 pounds. It's been incredible. All right, looks like we got you back. Maybe Daniel, you got me? Oh, I don't know about this, man. We may have to do this a little later today. Or are you reading me, Daniel?
Sorry, one more time.
Yeah, you got me, Daniel.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, perfect. Let's do this, man. It sounds like you had some great summertime fishing today.
Yeah, absolutely. We had our kids fish free Sunday today. A handful of kids on the boat. They all got to catch their first fish. Pretty cool. One of our kids caught himself a nice white sea bass. That was really cool to see as well. Got a bunch of barracuda, a bunch of calico bass, a few sand bass, a couple hundred rockfish. A lot of variety. I think there was like 8 or 9 different.
Man, that is fantastic. Tell me a little bit about the circumstances around the young man who caught the white sea bass. Did he do it by himself? Did he have someone helping him? What was the deal with him?
Yeah, him and his dad did it together. We're throwing on barracuda left and right, and then we see a father and son team fighting one that looked a little bit heavier. And yeah, sure enough, a nice sea bass popped up, and they were stoked. We were really happy too. Super
Oh
cool.
my God. Yeah, heck yeah, man. I saw the photo. In fact, a little teaser there. I'm going to use it for the morning briefing thumbnail tomorrow. Because I love anytime I see father son kind of a thing. It takes me back to when my kids were young, and now with a grandson, it won't be much longer, and he'll be fishing with us also. By the way, let's see.
Yeah.
Dan Lightfoot says they are ready to go. Steve Bermuda says any white sea bass today, and of course we just covered that. And Daniel Lightfoot says good afternoon. Cue Ball is here, and he's happy to be along with us. Did you see evidence of any more white sea bass, or do you feel like that was a one-off, or what do you think?
Now there was some evidence. There's a good amount of bait around, and we hooked a few of them. We were fishing in kind of heavy structures, so we unfortunately did lose the other couple that we hooked. But yeah, definitely a good sign of it around. The water's as warm as it's been all year, and yeah, it's shaping up to be a good week here.
Yeah, heck yeah. And you also mentioned barracuda and bass. How was that bite? Characterize that for us. All right, Jack Sepulveda's here with us. He says, good afternoon, Phil and Daniel. Live free, die free. Says, good afternoon to us. And man, it's great. We got a whole bunch of people here tuning in with us this lovely Sunday afternoon. So, what are you? Are you heading home right now, or are you close to the docks?
Yeah, we're about half an hour from home here. Half an hour, 40 minutes from home. So gave everyone a little bonus time since there was some sea bass swimming around. Trying to get a couple more, but yeah, super fun day.
Any ironfish with the barracuda?
Absolutely, they were chewing the iron a little bit. Even got them on hookup baits, flukes. They were biting pretty good.
So you said the water's the warmest it's been all year. What is it exactly? I'm going to guess. Let me see if I'm anywhere in the ballpark. I'll say 66.
A little warmer.
Oh wow! Really?
It's my favorite number.
I don't want to say it. I might get kicked off YouTube. I'll go with 68.
1 degree warmer than that. It was
I kind of figured that. Okay.
Yeah, it was warm.
Wow, you guys are up to 70-degree water up there, man. That opens the door to all kinds of great stuff. And I guess I'm just guessing that bass fight is probably going to get better and better in that warm water.
Absolutely, yeah. They were boiling around all over the boat. Some of the bass we were catching had followers. They had a little wolf pack of bass following them in. So really good sign of that stuff. And there was some that are really good quality as well.
Hey, Cue Ball's asking, what happened with the squid this year? What about the lack of squid? Are you seeing any more?
There's some squid around now. I mean, guys are able to make bait as far as the overnight fleet goes, and there's a little bit of squid around locally. See the squid guys are getting busy. Looks like I always see the seiners coming in full and plenty of light boats around. There's definitely squid moving in.
Maybe just late this year, huh?
Yeah, it works out that way sometimes, but there is a good amount of squid all over the place.
All right. So tackle wise, if we're coming up to the Island Spirit, are we going to be tackling up for a combo type trip, like surface rockfish type trip?
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you have your heavy sinkers, like 16 ounces. I'd probably put a couple like 6-ounce sinkers, maybe something even as light as 4 ounces in your bag. I've been fishing some very, very shallow water. For the halibut drifting, you're going to want a 4 or a 6-ounce sinker and a really small hook. We got a mix of sardine and anchovy, and the anchovy's really little, but it gets bit really well. Want to bring your number 4 hooks, number 2 hooks, and then maybe some 1.0 and 2.0 J hooks as well for the bigger sardine.
Right on. Cue Ball's really excited to hear about the followers. He said, man, that's when they're fired up and they're ready to bite. And that is so true. That is really bitching to see that. Any signal on flatties? You've had some nice halibut here recently. And, we need to drop. Well, go ahead. And then I'll ask my next question. You seeing any halibut?
Yeah, we didn't catch one today, but we're on a good little streak there, picking at least one all of last week pretty much. But yeah, definitely halibut around. Wouldn't really say we tried super hard to catch one today. We didn't really do a halibut drift or anything, but there has been halibut kind of around the kelp lines and stuff in the sandy bottom. So you always got a shot at catching one when we're fishing for barracuda and bass and all that good stuff.
Excellent stuff. Really, really good. More people jumping on the show. Daniel Lightfoot wants to know if you have any anchovies for bait.
We do. We have a mix of anchovy and sardine. It's like a 50-50 mix kind of. So you can use whichever one you want. It's really nice for us to have anchovy to chum. Really gets the bass and barracuda all fired up. You can chum a lot more, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure. And a ton of people with great questions. We appreciate it. Hit that like button, everybody. Live free, die free. Says he wants to come up there and fish with you in August. Is that a time when you might catch sea bass? He wants to know.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always gonna try. We're always gonna check the kelp line, see if we can't get an exotic. We're not like the day boats that just go catch a little bit of rockfish and then get in at the posted return time. Really want to put some effort into trying to get you guys to catch some cool stuff, and if we get in late, we get in late. We're gonna try our butts off to catch some nice stuff.
No, I love it, man. Cue Ball's happy to hear that you got the pizza topping along with the sardine for bait now with the anchovy. Hey, you know what? We haven't gone live since you took the Western Outdoor News Shootout the other day. You got first and
That's
second
true.
place. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was a fun experience. So the shootout was a tournament between the 3 day boats at Ventura Sportfishing. We had 19 nice anglers. Had one big family on the boat, and 2 of them ended up catching the winners, first and second place. Hasn't really been much sea bass around at the time. We haven't really seen anything as far as sea bass goes. So we thought the game plan for hopefully winning the thing would be to catch a nice halibut. So spent the first few hours of our day drifting for halibut, and yeah, I mean for 10 hookups we caught 6 of them, and yeah, a few of them were really nice. So we were happy to get the win.
Yeah, nice going, man. I was pulling for you all the way, and I'm happy to see that. And you'll be interested to know that I know a little bit about that story, about that family, because I just put together a nice 1 minute piece about that family and
Awesome.
that special day on the Island Spirit. Eddie Berrigan and Bella sent me some information,
Yeah.
and that was a beautiful thing. You don't have to talk about it right now because I'm going to release it tomorrow. Go ahead if you like, but it sounded like the story behind the trip was really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. We won't go into that. You'll have your clip on it tomorrow, but yeah, it was the siblings. I believe their names are Joaquin and Anna. They're super nice people. I got to talk to both of them, and yeah, they were coming out in honor of their dad, and we're super happy that they got the win.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. It sounds like Peter was smiling down from the heavens on both of them on that day. Hey, Live Free, Die Free says, I got to ask you, what do you think about albacore this year? That albacore dope that we had, that sounds like bum dope right now at this point, right? That never materialized.
Yeah, I never heard anything about it, but you never know. Who knows if somebody actually went out there or not? So could be.
Yeah, do you have a feel for that, or just not really?
I don't know. I mean, trust me, no one's. Well, you're probably rooting for it more than I am, but I'd be super excited to see it happen. I was born in 2000, so I've never seen an albacore with my eyeballs. I mean, I've seen one, but I've never caught one. In the time that I started fishing when I was like 8, 9 years old, I never got to catch an albacore. So I'm pretty excited to see it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Man, you just made me feel officially really ancient. Born in 2000, huh? Jeez. All right. Hey, Q Ball says it's super exciting when the honest boats, half and three-quarter day boats, get into the exotics. I mean, overnight is supposed to be where that happens, but it's great to see you guys get the exotics also. You guys get the exotics pretty regularly, don't you?
Yeah, I'd say we would probably have more trips where we get some kind of an exotic than when we don't. I try to at least go inside and drift for a halibut if nothing else is going on. At the end of each day, been doing well on them. Try real hard to get a trophy fish here and there to make somebody happy.
That's great. Daniel, we lost your video for some reason. If you want to re-add, you can do that, and I'll kill some time while you do that. But if not, you can just hang on because we can hear you loud and clear for sure.
Right on. I'll re-add real quick. I'm
Okay,
frozen.
Daniel's going to re-add everybody. He's frozen up for a second. That gives me an opportunity to remind you all that we will have lots more content tomorrow night. Of course, Tackle Shop Confessions with Sam De La Torre. That's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that show as always. Morning briefing in the morning, and of course, we'll have lots more for you as you go along. Daniel is about to add again, so hang on. We'll go back out right now to the Island Spirit. There's Daniel one more time. Hey, Daniel,
Yeah,
I'm thinking we should talk about the opportunities coming up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What's coming up this week?
absolutely. We are guaranteed go tomorrow. I think we got about 18 people signed up, so it's a super light load. And Tuesday we need a few more people. Wednesday we need a few more people, but we'd love to get out on all those days. If you guys want to, do some of that fun surface fishing on a really big boat with a super light load, great opportunity coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. So you can come fishing with us by calling Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. That phone number is 805-676-3474. Or you can just book on our website. It's venturasportfishing.com.
All right, good stuff. Jeff Yeomans from the 540 Slingers Club joins us and says, hello, Phil and Captain Daniel. Jeff, always
Good afternoon.
good to see you. Jack Sepulveda says, Phil, we need to get you a backdrop for your garage. Yeah, I know. We'll work. I actually have one, but I'm too lazy to put it up sometimes. Just have to go with the way it is. There you go, Jack. You just look at my ugly face now. We'll blot everything else out. Hey, and you know what? When you say big boat, that boat is so roomy. It's ridiculous. And I always like to, some of us guys have trouble squeezing up and down the rail when there's a guy with a fish. That just never comes into play on board the
Yeah.
Island Spirit.
Yeah, you can have 3 people shimmy by each other, no problem. With how much room we have up the sides, bow is spacey. The stern deck has tons of room. Like today, we had 44 passengers, and it did not feel like a terrible crowd. It was totally fine. Fishing's comfortable, especially when we're surface fishing. There's plenty of room. Guys can throw jigs in the bow. People can fish their dropper loops up the side, and then for the handful of people that can fly line a bait, they had all the room they needed on the stern. So it works out. The boat's big, and it feels even bigger than it is.
Yeah, that's 100% true. How's your weather up there, by the way?
Pretty nice. We had a really nice flat calm weather all day. It's a little windy on the way in, but didn't really affect us any. And weather looks nice the next few days as well.
All right, great. So opportunities on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the whole week. You can jump on the Island Spirit. Sounds like you might get a light load also. Daniel, anything else we need to mention? Anybody out there has a final question? Get it in before we say goodbye to Daniel. What else, Daniel? Anything, man? It's almost 70-degree water. That is freaking
Yeah.
amazing, man.
Yeah, no, the other thing is there's been some sand bass in our counts as well. We've been catching a handful of sand bass every day. I think we had a couple days in a row with 20 something. Didn't really have like condition for it today, but caught a few. So there'll be some opportunity for that as well. There is some sand bass that want to bite a little bit, and it's something we can do on the way out to kind of break up our ride at Island. So if you guys are into that, there will be a opportunity at some sand bass as well before we get to the island.
Oh, that's bitching. So you fish the beach a little bit and see if they want to bite, and then shoot to the island
Yeah,
after that.
exactly. Just a quick little pit stop to see if they want to chew a little bit.
All right, rock and roll, man. What can I tell you? Another great trip on the Island Spirit. Hey, Ray Smith. Ray, I don't know if I've ever seen you here. Welcome, my friend. Besides live bait, what jigs are good for bass? Excellent question, Ray, and you asked the right man. Daniel?
Yeah. The white flukes that we use for catching sea bass and halibut have been getting bit by calico bass. If you have a 7-inch white fluke, that works perfect. Seen guys have been catching them on plastics. There's some very devoted bass fishermen that just try to catch the calico bass on plastics the whole time, and they've been getting plenty of bites. Just like that gentleman that was on the trip with us on the 4th of July. I don't know how many bass he caught fishing that little green plastic, but he was killing them.
He was killing them back there in
Um,
the stern. I watched that.
yeah, and then they'll bite the surface iron too. We've been catching some bass while barracuda fishing on like Tatty 45s. I think that's been the go-to jig, but any kind of soft plastic will work. White fluke will work. Surface iron will work. They once they get going and they're hungry, they're not too picky.
All right, and Ray Smith says, thank you for that answer, Daniel.
Yes, sir.
All right. Chevy says, where y'all from? We're talking to Daniel Hadawi. He runs the Island Spirit out of Ventura Sportfishing. And I'm kind of in the
Yes, sir.
LA area, Huntington Beach, Seal Beach area. But I'm not the important one here. Daniel is. He's up there on board the Island Spirit. Let's see. What else? Steve Bermuda says, hit that like button. And I Soto says, man, did anyone say bass fishing? And the answer is yes, calicos and sand bass on the beach. That's all starting to come together. Summertime bite is looking really, really good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be trying for it every day. So come on out with us and get you some bass.
All right. And as you know, everybody, Daniel's supposed to be in at the docks at 4 o'clock, but he lies every single day and always shows up a little later because he gives you your money's worth. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to let you run, my friend. Always great to see you. Happy Sunday. Glad you had a great trip. That's wonderful with the kid with the white sea bass. And
Absolutely.
hopefully you get a bunch of people to join you this coming week because it looks like it's really good fishing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Phil. Good talking to you guys. And have a great evening.
You take great care.
Alrighty. Goodbye.